All right, so what's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. The beta pseudo thug. So for a lot of you folks who 2022, that's where we at. Dang. A lot of y'all don't realize y'all are beta guys who are just hiding behind being a thug. I talked about the religious guys, but then I got to go to the other extreme. See, this is why sometimes I don't like the tattoo culture, because you can see it so plainly now how, once again, it ain't on you, it's in you. But you want to put a thug uniform on you, but it ain't in you. And it's plain to see because, let's just be honest. People got, when you have to make yourself look intimidating, that's out of fear of actually getting into a conflict. And I'm not saying you're supposed to go somewhere looking for drama, but, you know, I know gangs and street stuff a little too well, and I wasn't even involved like that. But a lot of guys, who are trying to be thugs are really soft punks who need help. They can't stand on their own 2 feet. That's why they initially got into the gangs. They can't stand on their own 2 feet. That's why you have this thing where they do depictions of people who are street. And there's one guy who's the brains, another guy who's the muscle. And you know why the guy who's the brains is never really the muscle? Because he ain't built like that. That's why. He was never built like that. So, but if you get a few tattoos, some of y'all do some push-ups, and see some of y'all, go to jail, commit a crime, you get caught, you go to jail, and now you try to solidify yourself as being a thug because you went to jail. But truth be told, you're just dumb. You're a dumb criminal. You're not crazy. You're just a dumb person trying to act hard because you want people to think you crazy because you're scary. It's a lot of beta pseudo thugs. The kind of guys who walk around all that. I got that stick on me. I got that pole. I got that gun. Yeah. I get all that. I'm sure you'll shoot everybody in the world. But here's the problem. What if you catch a charge for shooting somebody? Ain't no guns actually in the jail with real killers then what? Then you screwed because you wasn't built like that in the first place. A lot of beta pseudo thugs. A lot of you guys walk around looking crazy. That you beta as hell. That doesn't scare a person. And when you have to do all of that extra stuff to give off the thing, when people, to give off the impression that you're gonna really do some damage, here's the problem. As people talk about energy and all that, when somebody's really about that, I don't care if they're in church clothes or workout clothes. You know that they're about that. It ain't from outside in. It's from inside out. You go, leave that one alone. But a lot of you guys are pseudo thugs, and here's the other problem. The beta pseudo thug. Some of y'all are a little bit. Y'all trying to hide, your closeted lust for men behind being hard. Because, and this is what I mean by this. Like, look at it nowadays. You got too many guys trying to be hard, tattooed. A lot of y'all working out now. Congratulations. But y'all bodybuilders, y'all ain't really, fighters. Y'all ain't really gangsters or nothing. Y'all just bodybuilders with a ponytail. So you got tattoos, a ponytail, skinny jogging pants on, and a hoodie. You see what I'm saying? I'm really about that. Nah, bruh. Nah, you really not. But it's a beta pseudo thug. You know, the kind of you see it over and over and over again, where you also run into people who can't peep a situation. Like they're looking for the real deal to come through to handle the actual situation. You know, they're guys who talk a big game, but they talk a big game because they're, like I said, betas. So they do the same thing that girls and women do when they know somebody who's really about their life. They start a confrontation with somebody else and then call a person that's really the finisher up, because all of a sudden they got a million excuses. Oh man, they had all these people, but I know you gonna do it. So they try to send you off on a crash dummy mission, just like a lady would. And then you gotta ask them, well, why you didn't handle that while you was there? You know, it's always an excuse. So beta pseudo thug, and it's crazy, but it now a pseudo thug is the norm. Like, you know, a lot of y'all run around here with colored hair. Y'all run around here as drug addicts. You can't really be a thug and be a drug addict. I'm gonna just be honest with you. You can't. Because if you're really about that life, you can't be high all the time. You know, because that's a sign of weakness. You mentally ain't in it. You physically ain't in it. The thug life ain't really for you, because it's like being a soldier and you're high in the middle, you know, right before the battle. You're of no use. You see what I'm saying? But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch you on the next one. Peace.